What's up, y'all? It's aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. Try to like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit the notification bell if you like to follow me on any other platform. The information in the description, my just description and the top of my YouTube channel. If you would like to donate to the channel, everything is in the description of the channel Cash App. So, with that being said, let's get this shit on the road, man.
You were watching a master at work.
Alright, y'all. So let's see what we got rocking. Um, might just play your boy first. We'll play your boy first, and then we gonna rock out to a video, y'all. Hold on. Hey, everybody, tell me where y'all coming from. Like, put it in the chat. Yeah, man, we in this thing, man. We in this thing. Put the AI Mr. Ken on the AI joint. Everywhere. What's good? Games. GGSMASC. What's that? What's good? What's good, brother? Appreciate it, man. I did some of it. I did that right there. I got more artwork that I did, but I got this shit like a museum in here, man. You're like a museum in my house, bro. Like it look like you gotta pay a fee to even get in here. That's how much shit I got in here, bro. Like appreciate it, man. Thank you. I actually found this hat. I found this hat. I found this hat at a New York hat. It was red and this was blue, and I was like, I don't know, it might have been a sign or whatever, but Ravens, the Ravens. But I go my home team town because I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. So I go with um, Jacksonville Jaguars. That's my home team town, so I gotta go with them. I live in Atlanta, so I gotta go with they sorry ass too. But my favorite team is the Ravens right now. I love the Ravens. What's yours? What's your favorite team? Damn, it won't even keep playing. Fuck. You said you was always out in the woods? Doing what? In the woods. What you was doing in the woods, bro? Hey, we going to Porter Flacco, y'all. We about to react to Porter Flacco, see what he's talking about. Talking about Jay-Z and the interview he did with GQ. See what he's talking about. No credits needed.
Questions on cue. But the purpose of this interview was to convince us that him and Rock Nation aren't as terrible and evil as the world is making it out to see. I think at some point during this interview, he did say they're going on the offense this year and not the defense. Meaning they're going to be proactive in trying to
So I guess that means you're an anthropologist. You in the woods looking for fossils. You're an anthropologist.
He's right, you know.
Deconstruct the narratives instead of letting the narratives fester and then have to send copyright strikes and go after independent small creators who are just doing their job by reporting on the treachery of Rock Nation.
And the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually, it was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
Politicians perfected this skill, but the upper echelon of celebrities have also taken on this skill, which is making a scripted interaction look like it's genuine. If you watch this interview with an untrained eye, you would probably think, oh, this is just a genuine conversation. They're just going with the flow. No, this conversation was scripted from stop to start. Like, for God's sakes, they had a 60-year-old wearing grills and an almost 40-year-old dressed like Miles Morales. Whoever was like the producers or the scriptwriters for this interview, they thought, how can we make this feel authentic? Jay, wear some grills. Let the people know you're for the culture. Hey, you 40, dress up like Miles Morales. They even told, bro, hey, man, put the hat towards the back. Yeah, wear the hat like this. Man, whoever dressed, bro, he dressed like how people think black people dress. Right? From start to finish. It's just a fact, bro. I remember at some point during this interview, like, he asked Jay-Z, man, how do it feel to be a universal soldier, a warrior for the culture? And you have people blaming you for being a capitalist. I said, what's the question? Hey, bro, how do it feel to be so great? Like what? Nobody has ever in life said, Jay-Z, you're just cut it out, man. But this one of those scripted questions that he requested to be asked. He requested they call him a universal soldier. I said, this is just absolute malarkey, but it ultimately backfired. The PR he was looking for, he didn't get it.
Sticking with a written testimony, you have a couple of verses on it that I really like because they kind of speak to what's going on with you in a broader sense in the culture, like on Universal Soldier. I think it is when you said that you don't keep the same energy for the DuPonts and the Carnegies.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artist. That's a mind game, what we would call back in the day for technology. It's like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first, and then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take advantage. No one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in a capitalist structure. That structure exists, and I just see the world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a realist, not an ideal. It's not idealistic.
Have you ever heard anybody say, oh man, Jay-Z, you monetize your art too well? How dare you make those albums and sell the way you sell? Man, cut it out, bruh. Nobody in the history of life have ever said that. You've never heard anybody say it. You've never heard anybody say that ever in life. But what people have said when they call Jay-Z a sellout, I can go down the laundry list if you want me to. Right? I would have asked, hold on.
I'm in Atlanta. How you know I'm on the East Coast? How you know? Where you at on the East Coast? I forget though. I forget where you from. Where you from on the East Coast?
Bruh, did you tell Jermaine Dupri not to work with the NFL when they approached him to do the halftime show? Did you tell him not to work with the NFL because you was boycotting the NFL? Just for you to take the Super Bowl job and start working with the NFL and then tell black folks, we done protesting. We done blackballing the NFL. What's next? After you got hired, after they gave you a check, after they gave you again, the NFL paid Jay-Z to be a cultural regulator.
I mean, he's doing a good job though. I can say that. He's doing a great job as far as, taking over the halftime show. All of them have been interesting, from Kendrick to Bad Bunny. All of them been interesting.
Jay-Z was that one black person they had on the plantation to watch out for
VA,
any
okay.
escape plans. Black folks was protesting. We was done with the NFL. They gave Jay-Z a check to tell us to stop boycotting.
Yeah, man, like VA, that's my some of my favorite producers come from VA. Like I don't know if Chad from VA, but I know what is it, Pharrell from VA. I fuck with the Clips. I don't know if Missy Elliott from there, but I know she fucked with them, so.
After he got hired by the NFL to make them look good.
I don't know where Timbaland from. Timbaland might be from out there too, Magoo and all them.
Rock Nation called up TMZ to run a bad story on Colin Kaepernick. This is why we call Jay-Z a sellout, for doing things like this.
It was Nessa, and she was talking about Nicki Minaj's claims about a smear job that Jay-Z had against Colin Kaepernick. But I know for sure, that Rock Nation was seeding negative stories about Colin Kaepernick during the time that he was really in traction with Jay-Z. For sure. I've told this story before, I'll tell it again. This is another story where I give Harvey a ton of credit, right? So I'm at my desk one time. This is after the Rock Nation NFL deal has been announced. And give Harvey more credit than just with how he played this. I'll give him credit for the fact that he goes, hey, I just got this information on the phone. I know who was on the other end of the phone. I know who Harvey's Rock Nation contact is, right? I just got this information on the phone. And all of these things about Colin Kaepernick is what I just got told, right? He comes over to me and he tells me all of these things. And it was the whole Colin Kaepernick doesn't really want to play narrative. Like Colin Kaepernick didn't go to this training, or he sabotaged himself this way or whatever. Actually, it was the same thing that people had started to hear on First Take. And it was a narrative that was getting around because either it was coming from...
Yeah. Hey, bro, so he used to cut Missy Elliott. Hey, bro, that was funny, bro. Hey, that's funny. He used to cut her grass dog. She from P-Town. I don't even know what that is.
What I thought at first is that either it was coming from players that had played with him or people that knew things, I don't know, but I had heard before, right?
Is she cool?
And Harvey comes over to me and he says all of this stuff and he's like, yeah, did you know that he actually doesn't really want to play? And I looked at Harvey and I said, look, I don't think that we here at TMZ should be getting in the middle of what's going on between Colin Kaepernick and Jay-Z.
The really dense Jay-Z and Rock Nation cult members will say, Rock Nation called, not Jay-Z. Right, Jay-Z owns Rock Nation. Right.
Hey, y'all, we're gonna go to Chess Move right quick. We had to flash out the last video. We'll go in this one.
For
4K live wallpapers, 5 walls. Get it today.
You know, I like Chick's Move. Chick's Move is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Hey man, just like I told you guys a couple days ago, a lot of people are having mixed emotions about this new J. Cole interview with Cameron. As you guys all know, J. Cole did an interview with Nadeska. However, this recent one with Cameron that just came out is a little bit more in depth. Cole goes into detail about a lot of stories, a lot of different topics that people have been wondering about, and some of it he confirmed to be true, others he confirmed as a lie. Now, I'm not here to sway you guys and tell you guys who's lying and who's not. You guys can go do your own research after the video. Now, the first topic is Cole addressing 50 Cent not wanting to sign him to G-Unit after he heard a couple records by him. According to Cole, 50 Cent did not want to sign him because his G's were too tight. Not because his music was ass, not because he wasn't gangster enough, all because his goddamn pants were too tight.
Is there anybody before Jay that you seen that celebrity-wise the man shut you down? Or your mom was just strictly get the Rock Nation or Jay-Z or whatever?
You know what? Rock Nation didn't exist at that time, but me standing outside for Jay, it wasn't me trying to get a deal.
Right.
I make beats too, so it's like, in my mind, I'm like, damn, I seen Kanye like got in like producing shit first.
Right.
Maybe that's an end for me. And the news had dropped that Jay was working on American Gangster.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But the article was saying he wasn't necessarily done. Like,
right.
So in my mind, I'm like, I'm ambitious. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. So I'm like, I was at work. I'm like, yo, as soon as I got home, I made 2 beats, threw a hook on one, put 6, 7 other beats on the CD. I put the American Gangster cover on it. Like I slid that shit in the CD book over my volume 3. I had a volume 3 or volume 2. So I took the cover out, put his American Gangster cover in, black and white little printed version,
right.
And stood outside trying to get him a beat CD with a
right.
hook on it, thinking if he go, in my mind he was gonna go upstairs, put the CD in, hear it, go get that young kid from outside, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought that, I wasn't even thinking about it signing to Jay-Z. I was just thinking like, oh, maybe I can get my beats off,
right.
You know what I mean, and get on like that. I only thought about signing a Def Jam or to a label. I never thought about a Jay-Z or something like that, but
right.
It worked out for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Was it only, nobody ever said, fuck out of here? Did you see anybody else celebrity-wise that you may have tried to get on to, but that was just your focus?
Nah. I will say, nobody ever shitted on me or dubbed me.
Right.
But I do know that at one point in time, 50, I think Shy Money and shout to G-Unit Hove from Queens.
Right.
They was trying to put, I think, 50 on my shit. You know what I mean? This was around the time, right before, when I was knowing Mark, before Jay had heard my shit, and I think they played my shit for 50. And what I was told his response was like, mind you, I had I had a song called Lost Ones, I had Life Please, I had Simba, I had hard shit too, like where you could tell I could really rap.
Right.
And I think 50 reaction from what I heard was, can't sign this nigga, his jeans too tight.
You going off the image, right?
Right. I mean, I get it too, because I mean, guess what? That shit wouldn't have made no sense, me going to G-Unit, you know what I mean? But shout to Shy Money, you know what I mean, and Hov, who seen the vision,
right?
You know what I mean?
Now 50 actually confirmed this story to be true. Today 50 said, yo, I'm a J. Cole fan, man. The boy just had on denim spandex. How was I supposed to know that was gonna work? Hey, hold on. 50, but didn't you sign a guy named Hot Rod and Young Buck?
You know what,
never
music?
mind. Now J. Cole also addressed a story that was told by Punch T.
Hold on, let me see. I'll play something. Let me see. I'm gonna play a little something for y'all.
Y'all heard. Thanks.
Got a big mouth, now the whole world listen. Big stacks on the menu, I keep getting hard shit and the verse. It been written, rigor mortis on the floor, I keep spinning. If I'm Jordan, nigga you pimpin'. Style slicker, it's a rock, but I'm never slipping. Got a gang of bad bitches, but they never dipping. My lifestyle choice, it's a good mission. 7 years, hey, I'm talking superstition. If we broken plans, with with the strings missing. I got 25 keys like a band of wishes. I go hard every time like an audition. I've been hardwood classics, authentic. 6'5" young black, I'm still gifted. I'm running 306 with the gear shifting. See like red in the map, boy, I get lifted. Real recognized real, I was born different. I be beating up the track till they get missing. Either spit a hard flow on the intermission. Late night city lights and the cool whipping. Better days with no repetition. They don't know the things.
Fucking with it's a finger to my like I don't know what that means, but hey.
TDE and a couple other people about him and Diddy getting into a fight.
The ground reached up and tried to grab dude by the neck. So dude reached around and fired on him. They both fell on the table, knocking all the drinks over. So all these celebrities just in this one spot. It's a scuffle now, huge scuffle. So it just sounds weird with no names, man. Another nigga came who was best friends with one of the super celebrities that was over there. He came and started beating up one of the niggas that was on the ground. So it's kind of clearing up. He grabbed nigga, put him close, and seen who it was. And this dude was signed to his his homie. But he couldn't see, he didn't see, he had his glasses on. So he mocked him and looked like he felt so bad after the whole thing.
Now Cole actually called Cap on the story. He said, yo, Punch was right about certain things, but he wasn't all the way right about everything.
Yeah, explain that.
Nah, you know what?
Do you ever fill your fridge and pantry with a bunch of yummy food but then have no clue what to make? There's an amazing app called Cooklist that allows you to discover over 2 million recipes and filter them based on ingredients you have right now. No more wasted food or mealtime overwhelm. Check it out with the link in my bio.
Everybody's talking about Newsmax.
Newsmax is doing it.
I damn near wish I could because it's such an ill story.
Right.
You know what I mean? But matter of fact, we did a podcast, me and Eve, like a year and a half ago, where we kind of ran through like the first part of my career up until Forest Hills Drive.
Right.
And we had a bonus episode that was the whole episode was just about that night.
Okay.
And that altercation, right?
Right.
And we was gonna put it out because at that time, you know what I mean? Like me and Puff, like there's no we hadn't had no problem for years. Even after that, like it was cleaned up quick.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
But you know, Puff was on the song that I had on off season, and like, so we was gonna put it out, thinking like, yo, it's cool. Like enough time has passed, he ain't gonna feel no way going. And then all the shit happened with him.
Right.
And I I was just like, nah, it felt like damn near like kicking a man when he's down. Like, you know what I mean? It was like it would have gave the news in the world more ammo.
I got what you're saying.
Just destroy this dude.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time to put it out.
Wasn't a good time. So similarly, right now it's like I want to tell it because it's ill, but I'm like, nah.
But it did happen.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. You mentioned a couple names earlier, and
but let me say this.
Absolutely.
It did happen, but the stories be wrong.
Okay.
The narratives around it be wrong.
Right.
You
The
know what I mean?
remixes is crazy.
The remixes is crazy. Like how shit be happening.
Right.
But the remixes is crazy.
Right. Because people will say it happened, didn't happen. I tell niggas all that, like when it comes to history, not just rap. I'm like, by the time we leave, if somebody get punched in the face in this room, by the time you get to valet, there's 7 different stories about how they got punched in the face. They got punched in the face and his tooth fell out. Now his nose came off. Like the remixes of stories just be crazy. So no story that's out there has been right. What you're saying. So just so people know.
Even Punch from TDE, shout out to Punch, that's my man. But he gave a rendition where I'm looking at him like, yo, you got a lot of it right. You wasn't really right there.
Right.
So even what you saying, you either missing details or misrepresented some details. I know the story, and he was right there, but I know the full front to back. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and that's a memorable night for me. So it's like I'm recalling that shit verbatim. But even somebody that was there that's giving it, it's like, nah, that's not the full.
I got you.
Now, Punch himself actually came out today and called cap, which I thought was kind of wild because Cole himself was a person who was actually involved. So it's kind of crazy telling somebody that was involved in a situation that they're lying about your take on the story. And finally, Cole addressed the last time he spoke with Drake. According to Cole, he actually spoke with Drake after the battle with Kendrick.
Friendship-wise, today.
I'm in the same place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, yo, I genuinely love these niggas, but I'm not going to act like we've been communicating and talking, you know what I mean? I've had conversations with them, like, post everything, you know what I mean? But it's not like it's a lot. That's me not knowing where they at. Me maybe assuming because I done heard X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with, like, how I actually feel. I genuinely love these niggas. Like, I be wanting to shoot off a tech.
Which actually contradicted what Maul told us a couple months ago, claiming that Cole and Drake stopped talking after they got off from tour. Now, Maul came back on his podcast yesterday, and he spun the block, doubling down, claiming Cole was lying.
When Cole says we've spoken after everything, but it's not been much communication, is he talking about
Cole has not spoken to Drake since before Not Like Us came out?
Okay, because he's saying in this clip, I wasn't sure if he was saying after the Dreamville Fest incident or after the battle when he said he's spoken to both of them, but it hasn't been much.
You're asking me. I'm only answering from what I know, right?
I don't know a thing.
I'm only
asking what I know how the internet works. I want it to be extremely clear. Okay, what Cole said in his Cameron clip, he is saying that they spoke. I don't know what after everything means. I don't know if it means Dreamville Fest. I don't know if it's like that. I don't know if it means after Not Like Us. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so let me tell you from what I know.
Okay.
Cole has not spoken to Drake since before Dreamfest.
Okay.
Now, whether he shot a text after that and the text went unresponded,
gotcha.
I don't know about that. I know he hasn't spoken to Drake since before he apologized.
Yeah.
Because if I do something like that, Rory, I'm going to make it my business to get in front of you and have a conversation because we have a real relationship. And if I do something like that and I handle something where I know that you look slighted or you feel away, and I shoot you a text and you're not responding, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure that me and you are in the same room and we have a conversation.
So, listen, man, I don't know who or what to believe. I'm not sure why Cole would lie about certain things. That's not the image or persona that he gives off. So, you guys get in the comments. Let me know who you guys think is lying and who you guys think is telling us the truth. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
Y'all check out Chill Smooth, man. He got a great channel. Y'all check him out. Go over there, follow his channel, and see what he got going on. He got some good stuff. Hold on, let me see. It was a O'Shea Duke Jazz video I wanted to watch. Let me see. So we about to check out O'Shea Dude Jackson. It's a video I want to check out. It's about Tariq Nasheed. I just want to see what he's talking about.
Introducing Best Bathroom Stops, your new go-to app for navigating the often overlooked.
As of last week, Tariq Nasheed raised the money for Hidden Color 6. He needed $250,000, but he almost got $2,000. And a brother who was supposed to be featured in Hidden Color 6, and at this time he's supposed to be there, is a brother by the name of 19 Keys. If you guys know about him, he's another talking head and stuff like metaphysics, black business, things like that. And he seems to be a prominent creator, especially on Instagram. And recently, he has went viral for saying this about Tariq Nasheed.
You're right, and there's a degree of being wrong at the same time, right? So essentially, a lot of this is centered around foundational Black Americans. That is a lineage-based group who does act like an organization or a movement with a center head, which would be Tariq Nasheed. Now, he says that he is not the head of it, it's a lineage, right? And we are not a group, but he definitely acts like, the leader of the group, if you will. And then there is the way that they treat and talk about Africans. So that it's very demeaning, right? They talk about delineation, right, which is a separation and saying that, look, we are Black Americans, we are not associated with other groups, and we don't want to be grouped and classed in. We are from America, right? We have our rights in America, and we're going to continue to make strides and progress here in this land, which is not a foreign concept, right?
Now, I want to get into the first part of the FBA situation, because he said something like, hey, FBA is a group, the group acts like Tariq Nasheed is the leader. And to be honest, a lot of people feel that way. FBA is the lineage, because Tariq Nasheed, I believe, owns the right to the phrase, sells shirts or merchandise to the phrase, and those profits may or may not go to him, which really isn't a big deal for me, but Tariq Nasheed did find it disrespectful, okay? But I think the biggest issue for me, and maybe even other people, was that the commentary coming from FBA towards Africans is largely disrespectful, that they want to delineate, and then the clip there was cut off or truncated, so I don't know what else he said, but obviously he's putting the blame on those people who are Black Americans or actually FBA, who are being unfair, are criticizing Africa. That was his response. Now, Tariq Nasheed waited a few days because he was still raising money for the Kickstarter for Hidden Color 6, which 19 Keys, ironically, is a part of.
Call me.
But Tariq Nasheed would respond to this.
Hey, if y'all want to call in, I need to put the damn call-in number in. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I'm just gonna do it just because this shit crazy. Hold on. OG. Okay. I'm put the call-in number in. Y'all can call in if y'all want to call in. Let's talk Marine older. But you keep talking about this goddamn military shit, bro. Cut it out, bro. Like, bro, you on that bullshit, bro. I told you I don't fuck around with that, bro. I don't do that type of shit. I'm not on that. I'm not on that, bro. I'm on a music tip, entertainment tip, bro. We do music over here. We entertainment.
It's a secret trick to create a music video using your face and voice. The app is called Mozart AI. You record a short voice sample, so it analyzes your voice. Then you make the song you wanna cover and upload your photo. That's it. Mozart AI.
We're gonna play some commercials in here.
You were watching a master at work.
This is that the fear of dying while serving?
Fanatics, figure of trap shit.
Nigga, I got asthma. I got. Hold on. Alright, we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back. Bruh, I got asthma. They're not gonna let me in no motherfucking military, nigga. That nigga stupid. I got asthma.
You were watching Trapaholics, figure of trap shit.
I'm saying I got asthma, bro. Like, so if I can't fight in no military, nigga. Like, I can't even run, bro. Like, like, where am I gonna, like? We could be at a shootout. I don't have an asthma attack. Rest of my mindset is all messed up. Bruh, I have never been enlisted. I don't want to die. They got some people that just got they passed away refueling the plane to do something over there in Iran, bro. Like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. You go there, you do it, bro. You do it. You want to do it so bad, you do it, bro. Keep doing what you doing. Salute. 46 minutes. So we're gonna go to another hour and then we'll get up out of here. We'll go to another hour and we'll get out of here. Hold on. Voila.
I met 19 Keys. I was cool with 19 Keys. Never had a problem with 19 Keys. Never, always respected him. Always showed him love. I've been on his broadcast before. We chopped it up. On the Earn Your Leisure channel, I mean, the interview he did with me, I didn't charge him or nothing. And it got like damn near 2 million views. Like one of the biggest interviews on that channel. Like in the top, at least the top 5 biggest interviews on that channel. So yeah. And I sat with this man, talked to him face to face for hours.
Hiring random freelancers is the way to grow your social media. Surprise. You just paid thousands for posts that don't even...
And I've been out to lunch with him and shot the bars. They invited me to lunch. We done chopped it up. I mean, for real, we done chopped it up. Then I invited him to be in Hidden Color 6, came on down, had a great conversation, had him in Hidden Color 6. All right. Everything was cool to me. But there was a video that surfaced, family. There was a video that surfaced of 19 Keys. I don't know how old the video is. It can't be too old. I don't know how old the video is. But the video was a little slightly disrespectful to me and our lineage. He was like, yeah, FBA operates as a group and Tariq acts like the leader. And that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
So Tariq Nasheed is shocked by this information. Number one, because he has met 19 Keys a few times. They have went out to dinner. So he feels like...
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, if 19 Keys really felt like this, why didn't he tell it to him?
Probably go another hour, y'all.
A good point. Number one, 19 Keys did agree to be a part of the project. He has met Tariq several times. They have worked together. They've been on the same podcast. Why didn't he say it to his face? Okay? So he doesn't understand why that is, and he will continue.
I done interviewed with him. Again, we done went out to lunch and all that stuff for hours.
Hey, what's up?
None of this stuff, all of this could have been said to me if it was like that. You know what I'm saying? When we went down, what did we do? The Revolt Summit? We were down there together. We're chopping it up down there. Nothing but respect. See, that's the problem. If you think some bullshit, okay, you think some bullshit. But if you chopping it up with me and you got my number, you hit me up and we done seen each other and we out having lunch and I'm interviewing you and you interviewing me and you're acting like everything is cool, but you harbor that type of shit. And it's not like 19 Keys don't know that's some bullshit what he said. He knows that's bullshit what he said. He knows that. That's why, okay, why would you say that? Why do y'all think he said that, family?
He also would continue on with this and say, hey, listen, 19 Keys is lying. Like he knows what he's saying is BS. But he then asks the crowd, why do you think 19 Keys is doing this? I'm glad you asked that question, Tariq, because I believe I have the answer.
Some of the foundation of Black American movement, you gotta understand, and this is what you all are missing. Because y'all got a problem with Africans, and this is crazy. Because what you also gonna miss out is the opportunity to do business, right? It's a very simple, logical thing. All of the resources are in Africa. They're not in America. All the you could think about your ego can take you wherever you want to. Your ego is not the resource to build a nation. Your ego is not the resource that's going to change reality.
the midst of Africa going through its biggest revolution, we're the most disconnected from that storyline. So I believe it's a psyop, right? I believe that there's an aspect in identifiers, right, that is key, but then there's the aspect that the enemy is utilizing that against us.
So Tariq Nasheed, come holler at us.
19 keys. The second interview, he would go so far as to call Tariq Nasheed a psyop. Then at the end of that, in front of the other people, said he's talked to Tariq Nasheed about this. Tariq Nasheed says he is not, so I guess Tariq Nasheed is implying that 19 Keys is a liar. And then again, a psyop is a person pushing a campaign aimed at influencing the emotions, attitudes, and the behavior. Basically, this is for like military or governmental goal. That's what he's calling Tariq Nasheed, which is interesting because 19 Keys would be on Hidden Colors. Let me give you a reason why 19 Keys is coming after hashtag FBA. 19 Keys can still be in the Pan-African community without attacking hashtag FBA. And I'm going to explain why. Now, it might seem hypocritical, but I'm going to tell you why. Number one, 19 Keys is a big-time influencer. In December, he was brought to Uganda. I was there at the time. He was brought there by Isaac Chigozie, who's passed away. Okay, I know Isaac Chigozie. I've met Isaac Chigozie. I've done work on the behalf of Uganda for Isaac Chigozie. And Isaac Chigozie is one of those guys that was Ugandan American, and he kind of was trying to build this whole idea of Black Americans coming to Uganda. And so that's how it worked. I don't want to get into more detail about Mr. Isaac Chigozie. He has passed away. I don't want to get into more detail about Mr. Isaac Chigozie. He has passed away. Let him rest in peace. But yes, he was bringing prominent people to Uganda. I happen to be living there, so he didn't need to bring me. But 19 Keys was treated very well from what I can understand. He got a chance to meet the president. You know, he got an opportunity to possibly invest into coffee farming and things like that. So when you're 19 Keys, you don't understand how hard it is for the average Black American reselling in Africa. You have almost 1 million followers. You have a lot of leverage. So when 19 Keys comes to Africa, he's not going to be treated like a regular person because he is 19 Keys. So when you're saying don't hate on Africa because you can do business in Africa, well, you're a big time influencer. You're going to get experiences in Africa and treatment in Africa that nobody else gets. I spent over $1 million in Uganda. I can't even get the same kind of respect that 19 Keys can get, and he's only been there once. I hired people there. I've brought people to the country there. I brought Woody Maya. I brought Miss Trudy. I helped Go Back to Africa. When he came, I brought Mark Meets Africa. I brought a lot of people to Uganda in to invest, and I can't even get a meet with the president. Not that I need to interview with the president, but when you're talking like that, yes, you can get on in Africa if you have an opportunity like him. 99.99% of Black Americans do not have that opportunity in Africa, which is a reason why so many Africans are coming to the States because they don't have opportunities there themselves. And so when you discount, the reasons why Black Americans want to delineate from Africans, it's a legit thing. Africans delineate from other Africans all the time. Tribes in Africa delineate from other tribes in Africa all the time. In Uganda, there's over 50 tribes. They delineate all the time, all right? It's something that happens. What I believe is 19 Keys is not, in my honest opinion, a real business person. I don't know what 19 Keys does. He doesn't have any real experience in farming or marketing. He's kind of a guy that is a real good talker, metaphysics kind of guy. He's your typical pro-Black. I don't want to call him a scammer because I don't have any proof of that, although I've heard certain things. But for him, he leverages his platform and he leverages his ability to get in good doors. So for him to talk down on Pan-Africanism is hurting his ability. He is getting into the Ugandans. He probably could get into Ghana. So he's benefiting off of being the sort of Pan-African vibes. He's seeing returns from that, and he's probably going to grift that. So it hurts his pockets to talk differently, just like Dr. Umar Johnson. And I believe that the reasons why Black Americans want to delineate are fair. we've already seen what the Somalis are doing and what they did in Selma, Alabama. All of a sudden, we shall overcome, tying their issues to Black American issues when we can't tie our issues to Somalis. It is unfair for everybody else to delineate and then benefit off of what we have going on, and we can never benefit what Africans have going on. Africans don't share, for the most part, information like Black Americans do. They just don't. For example, we have a group that's a diaspora group that was in Uganda. And I know this is just like something that just happened with us, and it doesn't mean that it's for all. But let me just say this. When we had Ugandan Americans or British Ugandans in our group, they would benefit from all the information that we had. But we would find out that they would have their own information for their own groups, and we were not invited to that. Okay? And so what happens is it makes everything unfair. I also do feel that it's quite fake for 19 Keys to be on Tariq Nasheed's show and then not say these things and wait until he gets around somebody else to say it. I think that's also very phony. But I do think that again, 19 Keys has leverage that's benefiting him in the Pan-African world, and he may honestly believe that Black Americans have an opportunity in Africa. He may believe that because he might want somebody to invest. But we are not 19 Keys. The reality is, Black Americans investing in Pan-Africanism is going to be dangerous. Number one, you don't get fair treatment in Africa as Black Americans. You don't get fair investments in Africa. African countries are some of the most hardest places to do business in the world. I mean, if you go and look at Forbes,
I do want to go to Africa, but that's crazy. He said it's one of the hardest places
easiest
to do business.
to do business rankings, Africa will always be on the bottom. As far as making relationships with Africans, to have friends on the other side, it sounds good. In practicality, it's less. Most African countries that I know about don't even do enough to protect their own citizens, let alone protecting Black Americans or doing good business with Black Americans. So again, yes, there are opportunities.
But it look like I don't need to go to Africa.
But ultimately, the best opportunity is what you're going to understand. For most Black Americans, the best decision for them is number one, working in their own communities, working with each other in Black America. Okay? That's the best opportunity. Investing in something that you don't understand is always dangerous, and you can do it. But again, I believe that's his motivation. His motivation is to show the world I can bring African Americans to invest in these African countries, and I can pretty much tell you that a lot of people, if that's what his plan is, will probably lose their money, whether it's on purpose or on accident. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back at it again with another episode.
Hey, we was just checking out O'Shea Duke Jackson, about to get up out of here. I'm gonna come back. I might holler at y'all one more time tonight. Shit. It is what it is, man. I holler at you. Appreciate everybody coming through the live. Peace. One.